It's so crazy to say this, but at just 23, I built a personal brand that makes me over $150,000 per month. So in this video, I thought I'd share the 7 steps I took to go from having literally no followers to making over $1.8 million per year by simply posting content online. You'll learn how to pick a profitable niche, even if you have no previous experience, my simple system that makes creating viral content easy, plus you'll learn how to turn your content into a consistent 6-figure income, even with a small following. Now, I know that might sound impossible right now, but trust me, before I got started, I felt the exact same way. I didn't start with a big following. I was still working 10 hours at my minimum wage job, and I'd recently just lost thousands of dollars on a failing dropshipping store. So the thought of making even $1,000 per month posting content felt impossible. And I was constantly wondering whether or not this whole online thing even worked for normal people like me. But I remember watching Graham Stephan back in like 2019, and he broke down how his personal brand was bringing in over $200,000 a month. Graham seemed like just an average guy and was someone I really looked up to and trusted. And I just couldn't believe how much money he was making. Plus, I was watching a ton of other young creators on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, living the life I only could dream of. They were financially free, traveling the world, all by simply making videos on social media. I just couldn't stop thinking to myself, if they can do it, why can't I? But what really made me take the leap was the fact that deep down, I believed I was meant for more. There was no way I was put on this earth to grind away at a 9-to-5 job, make minimum wage, and have someone else tell me what to do. So I finally said enough is enough and decided to launch my own personal brand, which leads me to the first step, which is picking a niche. After researching how to start a personal brand, something the gurus constantly said was super important was picking the right niche. So I spent a decent amount of time on this step, and I suggest you do the same. Basically, to find my niche, I followed a simple 4-step formula that will make sure you pick a niche with a high chance of success. Step 1, make a list of all your current skills and passions. So I just opened up a Google Doc like this and started writing things down. For me, this was things like personal development, investing, personal finance, but at this point, just write anything that comes to mind. And don't worry, if you don't have experience yet, there are loads of people who start successful personal brands without experience. If you have experience and skills, great, but if you don't, just pick something that you're passionate about. Step 2, write down anything people are already asking you for help with. This is super important, but if there's something people come to you for, it means you already have credibility in this niche. Like for me, even though I had failed at dropshipping and moved on, I still made over $100,000 from one of my stores, and friends and family kept asking how I did it. Plus, they wanted investing advice since they knew I was making money in stocks. This made me realize I already had strengths in the finance niche. Step 3 is to look for gaps in the market. So I spent hours studying content on TikTok and YouTube, and what I noticed was that every big finance creator had basically the same style. They were all men who appealed to male viewers, and the content was pretty hard to understand, which is where I found my gap. Basically, I realized that I could be one of the very first women talking about finance in a relatable way, and honestly, this gap in the market ended up being one of the biggest reasons for my success. So I suggest that you do the same. You want to look for things like age, groups, genders, or experience levels that aren't being served in your niche. For example, this could be things like fitness content for teenagers or cooking videos for husbands. Step 4, then finally you want to check that there is a big enough audience. Look for videos in your niche that are getting at least 100,000 views. For example, when I searched finance tips on TikTok, there were a bunch of videos that had 500,000 views or more. If the videos in your niche aren't really getting many views, it might be better to pick another niche. Also check if other creators are making money through sponsorships or products. I noticed finance creators getting lots of brand deals and selling courses. This showed me there was real money to be made. Now, although these 4 steps are great to get started, there are a few things that I don't have time to cover. That's why I've dedicated a whole part of my new coaching program to going so much deeper into how to pick a winning niche. Not only that, but I genuinely believe it's the best program if you want to go from zero to making $10,000 per month or more. Just imagine where you could be in 90 days from now if you had the exact strategies and systems I used to make over $150,000 per month as a content creator, one-on-one support from me and my team throughout the entire process, access to a community of like-minded individuals to support and inspire you. The amount of value in this coaching program is unreal. Now, I can't coach everyone, and this offer is very exclusive. I'm only working with serious individuals that want to scale to $10,000 a month or more. So if that's you, click the first link in the description and fill out the application to see if you qualify. Okay, so once you picked a niche, the next step is to pick a platform and come up with content ideas. Now, although I started by just posting on TikTok and a lot of other people say to just pick one platform, I now actually recommend you try and post on all social media platforms because there are so many tools you can use to repurpose your content nowadays and easily upload them on all platforms. For example, you can use tools like Video AI to cut up long form videos on YouTube and upload them to platforms like Instagram Reels and TikTok. It will only take you an extra 1 to 2 hours per week, but you'll be able to cover all social media platforms and increase your chances of going viral. Okay, so now that you know how to post across multiple platforms, next you want to figure out what content to post. This can be pretty overwhelming, but let me share with you an amazing strategy to come up with endless content ideas. First, study competitors. I always recommend that your first 30 videos should just be recreated viral videos from your competitors. So find your top competitors and save 20 plus of their most viral videos, note down what topics they're covering, and look for patterns. Example, if you are in the finance niche and you see a bunch of videos about how to save money and they are consistently hitting 1 million views or more, this would be a great idea to model for one of your own videos. Second, use ChatGPT. One of my favorite prompts that always helps me come up with new video ideas is your niche creator, generate 10 viral video ideas similar to competitor name. This will give you a bunch of great ideas that are proven to perform well. But if your competitors aren't super well known, you can simply feed ChatGPT the titles of their best performing videos and then ask for 10 or more ideas based on these titles. Third, browse competitor forums and comments. The comment section of your competitors' videos are always great places to find video ideas. There's always people suggesting new videos or asking questions. You want to look for questions or video ideas that get a lot of engagement. Another option is to search through forums of your target audience and look for problems they are experiencing that repeatedly come up. For example, if you see there's a lot of people asking how to invest with no money, then this could be a great video idea. Ultimately, what you're looking for is burning problems and questions that your target audience has. And then you simply make videos about how they can solve these problems. Okay, so now that you know what type of content to create, let me share exactly how I got started making videos. I still remember being super nervous to record my first ever TikTok video, had all these ideas in my notes app, had planned out the videos, but the idea of recording and posting a video felt terrifying. I was so nervous that my first video didn't even show my face. It was just a background video with some text on the screen. So if you're feeling awkward and nervous, don't think there is something wrong with you. It's completely normal. But my advice is to just post anyway, because when I finally got over myself and posted videos with my face in them, my account took off. I was able to gain 10,000 followers in just a few months. But the craziest part was I did all this without any fancy equipment or complicated setup. I just used my iPhone, natural lighting from my window, the basic TikTok editing tools, which is what I highly recommend. That's all you need to start. A lot of new creators think they need expensive equipment to start making money from their personal brand, but that's just not true. What's much more important is what content ideas you pick and the next step I'm about to share. So the next step to creating your personal brand is one of the most important steps in this roadmap, especially if you want to turn this into a real business that's going to allow you to quit your 9-to-5 job and eventually turn into a 6 or 7-figure income stream. And that step is committing to a posting schedule. This might sound kind of boring, but sticking to a posting schedule is critical because if you're inconsistent, you're not going to see results and you'll probably give up in a few months. I see so many new creators with loads of potential that eventually fail because they didn't post regularly and didn't get the results they hoped for. So what's a good posting schedule? Well, it depends on what type of content you want to post. If you decide to start with a platform like TikTok or Instagram Reels, I suggest posting at least 1 to 3 times per day. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but this is important in the beginning to get traction on your account. Then once you've got momentum, you can cut back to something like 5 to 7 times per week. Also, if you decide to start with short form content, don't just upload on TikTok, upload to Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts because you'll grow much faster. Now for YouTube long term, I'll be honest, if you can do 1 a week, that would be perfect. However, these videos can take a while to make and there's so many moving parts when it comes to, posting on YouTube. So even 2 a month that are high quality is a good starting point. Now, like I said, I know this might sound a little overwhelming, but I've actually developed a content creation routine that allows me to come up with ideas, record my videos, and post on multiple platforms, all in just a few hours of work. There's a whole section of my coaching program where I break down exactly how you can do this. So again, if you're interested, make sure to apply for coaching in the description. Okay, so now that you know how to make content, let's move on to the next step: building your own website. One of the most important assets for your personal brand. I highly recommend before you start posting content, you have a website ready to go with some info about you. Having a website will also allow you to promote your affiliate products, sell digital products, capture email subscribers, and help you build more trust with your audience. And the best part, you don't need to be a tech expert to create one. This is where Hostinger comes in. It's an all-in-one solution for all things needed to get your website up and running. It has super affordable hosting. Plans start at less than $4 a month. You get a free domain name for the first year and professional email included to make your brand look more polished. There's no coding required. Hostinger seamlessly integrates with WordPress for easy setup and also offers an AI-powered drag and drop builder for WordPress sites. What I love the most is Hostinger's AI-powered WordPress website builder. You can create an entire website in under 1 minute, customized to your niche and your branding. Now here's how to set up your personal brand website with Hostinger. Click the Hostinger link in the description or go to hostinger.com/sarahfinance. Scroll down and choose the business plan, and this gets you all the AI tools and best features. For the best value, the 48-month plan is the top choice. 24 and 12-month plans also offer great savings. You can use code SARAH for an extra 10% off as well. Now just answer a few quick questions and let AI build your site for you in under 1 minute. Once it's ready, you can customize your brand colors, add your bio, upload affiliate links, and even create blog posts with their AI writer. Having websites is the foundation of a long-term scalable brand, whether you're making money through content, affiliate marketing, or selling digital products. So make sure to set yours up today and start building your brand the right way. Now let's get into the fun part, which is how you're going to make money from your new personal brand. When I first started, I can't explain how excited I was when I made my first $10,000 from a brand deal. And when it happens to you, it's a moment you'll never forget, I promise. Now you might be thinking $10,000 isn't that much money, and that's true, but it wasn't the money that got me excited. It was the fact that it proved it was real and I could actually do this. It was crazy to me that I could simply record 30-second videos online and people would pay me money. I couldn't believe it, but what's even crazier is just how many ways there are to make money from a personal brand. For example, here are the 4 main ways I now make over $150,000 per month from my personal brand. First, affiliate marketing. This is where you recommend products you love and get paid when people buy through your link. For example, I love Shopify. I think they have an amazing product and I personally use it myself. So I simply promote Shopify links in a lot of my videos and now make over $20,000 per month from them alone. This is one of my favorite ways to make money from my personal brand because from one viral video, you can make thousands of dollars. And when you set up your personal website with Hostinger, you can easily add all your affiliate links and promote them to your audience to start earning commissions. The next way I make money is through brand deals. This is when companies pay you to feature their products in your content. Brand deals are great because they are a reliable source of income. Most of the time, a brand will offer you a fixed price to be included in your video or post. So even if the video doesn't do well, you will still be paid on the agreed amount. Next income stream is digital products. This is things like courses, guides, or ebooks that help your audience solve their problems. For example, example, I currently have 3 digital courses where I teach people about affiliate marketing, dropshipping, and content creation. And from all 3 of these courses, I'm making thousands of dollars daily. Digital products are awesome because you get to keep all the profit yourself. When you set up your personal website with Hostinger, you can easily add all your digital products and promote them to your audience to start earning. And lastly, we have YouTube AdSense. This is when you get paid directly from YouTube by having ads pop up on your videos. This one is something I wouldn't really worry about in the beginning because it's only on YouTube and you're going to need to hit some creator milestones before you start making any decent money. But when you do start posting on YouTube, it can be a really great income stream. For example, just from YouTube AdSense alone, I made over $300,000 in 2024, which is crazy. So by this point, you picked a niche, you know how to create content, and you should be starting to make some money. But now it's time for the final step, which is taking your personal brand from a hobby and turning it into a 6 or 7 figure income. So one of the problems I faced early on in my personal brand was that I couldn't scale past $10,000 per month, and it was because I was trying to do everything myself. I was coming up with content ideas, filming and editing all my videos. There were also a ton of admin tasks like replying to emails and negotiating brand deals that would take up hours per week. So I didn't have time to focus on the things that actually made me money. But when I finally realized that I didn't need to do everything myself, my business took off. I started hiring people that freed up my time, and I went from making $10,000 per month to $150,000 per month incredibly fast. So here's how I recommend you start to scale your personal brand once you start making $10,000 per month. Start by using AI as much as you can. AI is just getting better and better, and there are loads of ways you can use it to save you time. Like I shared before, you can use tools like ChatGPT to come up with video ideas, video AI to cut up your long form clips, and Buffer to schedule your videos. Then you can build a small team. If you're choosing to post videos, you can start with a video editor and scriptwriter. This can easily save you 10 to 20 hours per week. Next is a virtual assistant. You can find assistants for $4 to $7 per hour that will reply to emails, manage freelancers, and handle small time-consuming tasks. And if you do both of these steps, you'll be well on your way to creating a 6-figure personal brand where you can work just a few hours per day. But I know that hiring people and even just starting a personal brand can be super overwhelming, especially if you're starting from scratch, which is exactly why I created a coaching program to guide you step by step in building a successful content creator business. I've poured my heart into this over the past year, and I'm beyond excited to share it with you. Inside, you'll find the exact blueprint I've used to scale my business to over $150,000 per month. Plus, you'll have my personal support and guidance every step of the way. My goal is to help you hit consistent $10,000 months and then scale from there. This is a rare opportunity to work closely with me and fast track your success. If you're ready to join, click the first link in the description, and I look forward to working with you.